Welcome back to Satisfactory. I am so glad you are here. We're still in the midst of our steel pipe factory. I think we're in the service area here, and these loops, they give full focus to the tower that they're hooked up to, then they just pass along the rest. I think the next thing we should do, this one's full because it's output all the pipes it can. It's filled up these two industrial storage containers. So the inputs are full. So I think the next thing we should do is maybe build out one of these towers. Since everything is already directionally connected, we shouldn't have any issues. What we should find is now the belt supplying the iron ingots and the coal should have a little more space on it. Uh-oh. No power. Uh-huh. No, I'd still need to connect the power, I suppose. Fair enough. This tower might not be connected to the other power supplies. But I did hear a bunch of stuff kick on there, so... Looks like I connected this one. I just missed a few of the first ones. But this one's fully connected. Oh, nothing is making it up here because 1/4 of the supply is trying to supply 3/4 of the full monolith. So nothing is making it over here basically because I've set it up as I said at the beginning where each tower takes everything off the belt. To leave the connections clear for the next part of the tower. So I think increasing this, let's just build all of these. Should not take too long. And deep down we know that we're going to have to, well, let's say that we've overbuilt the capacity for the belts that we're currently using. The input side is fine. We've actually underutilized the input side, which is fine. We can always add more layers if we need to. But on the output side, we actually overdid it. So we're gonna have to make some tweaks. Oh, did I connect power? Let's check the power situation. Looks like I connected all of those except for the very first one that would connect the whole thing. Check to see we've got power in here. Okay, so now we just need to supply it with inputs. So this one is currently busted because the pipes are full, because if we follow this around, it totally filled. Yeah, we've got problems here. We're gonna have to figure that out later. So the steel pipes come out here. I'm gonna give ourselves a little bit of a platform. And then I'm gonna wait for the autosave to complete. It's not just an excuse to build more storage. I want to be able to see and prove that this thing is working in real time. I'm tempted to put a little That's just for if you ever want to come by and pick up some pipes. You'll have that option. One final connection for each of the sides, so that way we can lift it back up there. How high do we want to go here? Oh, we got plenty of space. No worries there. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Perfectly spaced. Yeah. Somehow I knew that was going to happen. See if we can lower it down by 1. I should probably leave this one alone. I should use these. And that'll send it along its way to the next thing. Probably electromagnetic factory. All right, that's totally ready to rock. Now this is going to result in a blank level here. But I don't think I care. We'll worry about that if we ever want to make use of that in some other way. We'll probably end up wanting to do something with it, like put in the stators or the electromagnetic control rods. So we've got that in place now, so that gives us some room to see how the factory is operating. And it's already, well, it's currently problematic. I don't know if it's already problematic. Let's put another splitter on here. And we'll tell it to put any here and then the straight part overflow there. So we'll take everything off the belt and dump it in here. That way we get the full 2 belt throughput. 2 belts go in, 2 belts come out, 2 belts go in, 2 belts come out, 2 belts drop down, go over, come back up, and then we'll put just a little, if we can fit it all. So some days you might come out of the hub here and need some steel pipes. You have easy access to it right here. Okay. I like this. I like this. This is only really a backup if something very edge case happens. Like this factory stops producing. This wood could take over. But if this factory stops producing, there's almost no chance that this is going to get full. Yeah, we need to rip the pipes off of this belt and send them down. But let's get everybody supplied. So this is at 8. Take that back out. Put you back in. Go up to 8. Well, that factory is getting fully supplied on coal. Let's just do all the coal stuff. Take you out. Up to 8. And we'll connect you on your own 4th. Okay, so now every 4th of the factory has a direct connection to coal. And once it fills up, it'll pass on the rest to the next level. That way everyone has an opportunity to fuel every factory. Now we gotta find our iron ingot connections. This one I didn't put together as cleanly as the coal. $20. So I could heal off of here. Oh, wait a minute. That's actually a different resource. This goes in, 2 in, 2 in. Whatever's left over goes out. Yep. So my plan was to... What a terrible plan. My plan was to peel off of this little section right here. Kind of backed myself into a corner with that. No worries. When in doubt, go to the roof. Now we need 2 more spots to pull pipes off the line. Right now, everything's running into here. Which isn't necessary. Once all those manifolds above me and these towers fills up, it's gonna be tough to justify all these things going down a single line of pipe, or a single, even 2. Yeah, it's starting to back up already. All right, so the goods out of this tower getting sent down over here. Then there's an overflow. And now we need a spot. Okay. At the very least, I want to maintain 4 clean belts for steel pipes. And then if I decide that I need more steel pipes, I can go back and just upgrade them, as opposed to combining them down into 2 or fewer belts even, and then having to split them back up and then do an upgrade. So this way it's much more planned ahead and much more expandable. This should be the only steel pipe only factory we need to build. That's all the steel pipes that I could possibly need. Push comes to shove. Oh well, the only downside is this side doesn't have nearly the same storage level. But I'm gonna hear you in that I don't need a million levels of storage. Plus, there is an internal full industrial storage container of storage on that line. I think we're done. We got lots of stuff left over. Good chunk of stuff that we could use in our next build. So now the question is, I mean, steel pipes. Primary use that I see is in control rods. So we use the steel pipes We use the steel pipes to make stators. Then we use the stators and the conveniently placed AI limiters to make the control rods. That's pretty straightforward. The only problem, of course, is that we don't have a stator factory. And we really don't have a copper wire factory. So we could use... What do we have on our... We got 2 levels of copper ingots that aren't moving. Well, they're kind of sort of moving. There's room. There's surplus to be had here. So we could build a blueprint that would give us... We could probably do the whole thing in one shot, actually. We've got the AI limiters. Straightforward. Easy mode. We could also use high-speed connectors, but we've got more AI limiters, so we're going to stick with that. So we would need one factory that's going to make the copper, or one machine. Oh man, we're going to have to check ratios though. Right? If I look at this, 40 per minute to make 5 stators. This is how you get in trouble. Yeah, it's going to take 2 constructors to make the 40 per minute that we need. And then we're going to have to trace that back up. Let's see. If I look at the stators... Well, that's not too bad. And then a assembler to make the stator. That's making 5 per minute. Oh, of course, it wants to consume 6 per minute. This game. So far we're talking about 2 constructors and 3 assemblers. I still think that's doable. I could output those stators. Let's take a peek. We could do some planning together. Do we want the stators for anything else? Not for motors. We've got plenty of motors. They come up in turbo motor factory. So yes, outputting some stators would be helpful. As part of our turbo pressure motor. Oh, but that's an alternate recipe. Huh. Theoretically, we don't need these anymore. We already have a motors factory. So what's going into the turbo motor? By default, cooling systems, motor and stator. Then we would need a pressure conversion cube. They take their tax either way. All right.
Now have a good day.
Just for fun, we'll output the stators to something that we need. So then we're talking 1, 2, 3 inputs and 2 outputs. That's going to result in a double wide service corridor, or service shaft, I should probably call it. Yeah, the most this can deal with is 3. We're talking about 3 inputs. Copper ingots. Those will turn into wire. Steel pipes, and the wire turns into stators, and then the AI limiters. Yeah, so we need 3 inputs, and then if we want to capture both of those, we need 2 outputs. So we're going to have a double wide entry point as well. Okay, all in all, I think we're done. We've got a massive supply of steel pipes ready to go. We probably, if we were going to go full FedEx model, we'd send them all to the central storage. But our central storage is a little... it's a little utilized. I think it's good. I think we're all set. We're going to call it there. Short videos today since we had such a long one yesterday. And once we figure out where we want to put our stator and electromagnetic control rod factory, which to me, I mean, it'd be nice if I could fit it right here-ish, but there might not be enough room. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. There's options. There's probably room. If I look at where this landed, we could probably put a fully supported pylon right there-ish and build another monolith. Okay, that's enough planning. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.